Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's your boy Sean from the Sean Experiment, and we got a few things to talk about today. So 3 different stories today. First one's gonna be, I'm gonna tell you that Carnival Cruise has some stupid deals right now that you may not even know about. I'm gonna show you how to find them. Secondly, the CDC pokes its nose around again and says Americans should not be cruising, but they don't do anything about it to stop us. So, And then lastly, the Norwegian Joy, the gigantic ship with a go-kart track on the roof, it's ridiculous, and I want to go on it real bad, makes its way to St. Thomas and the Virgin Islands, and that is an awesome place. So let's get into some cruise news, some travel news, and I'm feeling kind of salty today. Let's get into it. All right, so first off, I told you Carnival's got some crazy deals right now. Now, this happens every now and again, and it's like they don't even advertise it. So what I need to know from you is, do you have a VIFP number? So what's a VIFP number, right? It's a very important fun person number, or if you wait on hold long enough for Carnival, it's a very funky parrot number, something crazy, right? So here's the thing, it is your number. Like if you've ever cruised with Carnival before, you have a number. To be honest, you can actually go to carnival.com, sign up for a number without even ever being a cruise passenger with them. But obviously, if you've cruised before, you have different levels. We'll get into that in a different video. And you can go from like your first sailing, which I think is red, there's blue, there's gold, there's platinum, which I will be on my next cruise. I'm so excited. And there's diamond for people that just like live on boats. It's super awesome. I can't wait to be there one day. But if you've cruised, you get special deals, and like they're not the same for everybody. So not all VIFP numbers are created equal. Let me tell you why, and sometimes it'll surprise you. So I am 2 days away from being platinum on Carnival. That means I have cruised 75 nights on a Carnival ship. Now I'm at 73, but I'm almost at platinum, right? So my next cruise I'll be there. But I have a buddy that's going on a cruise with me on March 17th. And he's not even gold yet. Actually, I think he's going to be gold on this next cruise, which means you go to gold at 25 nights. I think he has 20 nights or 21 or somewhere around there. So he's not even gold yet. And he's got a better deal than me right now on cruises. Now, I have a couple theories. I know some of the reasons why. But whenever we went to go book the cruise, of course, we log into everybody's VIFP account before we look for the cruise. Now, you can just go to a browser or log out of, Carnival and look for cruise deals. They'll give you a price. But when you go to log in, either if you log in or when you go for the cruise deal, it's like, what state do you reside in, or what is your VIFP number? Make sure you put that in, because the kinds of deals you get will be drastically different. For instance, whenever I went to book, I had 3 different cruise deals. Now, one was like a super saver, which just made it a cheaper price than that was normally advertised. One was like a free Wi-Fi package. And then the third one was a Cheers package. Now, we're going on a 4-night cruise, and they gave me a special rate that was drinks included. Okay. And it actually worked out to where we only paid a 4-night cruise normally would be $55 and change per night for the drink package. So it's like $259 a 4-day cruise. We got it for only about $150 more than we were going to pay for the cruise anyway. So we saved about $100 per person, $200 for the room. Pretty sweet deal, right? Well, my other buddy goes to book his room. And he didn't have the drink package option at all, but he had a cheaper cruise. And actually made it to where when he bought the drink package, it was just about, I think, $50 more than we spent on ours. So still a pretty good deal, but not the same deal because he's cruised before. My other buddy went to go book and was looking at his, and he goes, man, this is crazy. It's so cheap. And I go, what do you mean? Show me. And it was $40. $40 per person to cruise. Like what? I was like, what'd you do? Did you like do something special? Did you like, I don't know. He did nothing. And what's crazy is, so he gambles a little bit. So I think that's where it may have come from. He has not cruised in a while, so they're trying to entice him back. And he gambles a little bit. Not an incredible amount, but he does gamble a little bit. So I know that Carnival really loves gamblers. Really, I mean, all the cruise ships do, right? But if you gamble, so pro tip, when you go on a cruise, make sure you are swiping your card that they give you in the casino before you do anything. When you go there, even if you don't play a whole lot, you know, if it's like, let's say, you know, you're with somebody and they're kind of gambling and you're gambling a little bit, whatever, make sure when you buy money, you give them the card and you buy chips. Sit there and play for a little bit. You don't got to lose a ton of money or win a ton of money. You just got to play. When you go to the slot machines, play. Enter the blackjack tournament, the slot tournament. Just be active in the casino and then go and look at your VIFP deals. I bet you some of you right now have some stupid deals. Like, you want to go on a cruise and share some of that, you know, discount with me? But yeah, so when you book the cruise, go to VIFP number. If you don't have one, get one, obviously. If you've ever cruised before, you do. Put the number in and look at your crazy deals. I think when he booked it, it was like, I don't know, $200 for 2 people to go on a 4-night cruise, which is like mind-blowing. So do yourself a favor right now and go book a cruise, because it's the most awesome thing you can do. All right, now moving on over to our best friends at the CDC that just are full of awesome things all the time and would never steer us wrong. They say you shouldn't cruise. So Americans should not cruise. Don't do it. It's bad for you. But is it? So they've raised the threat level of COVID and the Centers for Disease Control from a 3 to a 4 for cruising, which is its highest level. So do not cruise is the recommendation. Now, what's throwing me off a little bit, I'm just confused by this. They just went and said quarantine went from 10 days to 5 days, which they even came out and said about cruises. When you come home from a cruise, you should quarantine yourself for 5 days. Okay, and they also said that in that same article, did you know the CDC, I guess, has the ability to make you wear a mask on a cruise or whatever, and they're not making them? So the cruise lines actually have decided to make people wear a mask on the cruise themselves. The CDC just says they have the ability or the right to make them wear it themselves or not. So the CDC says you don't have to wear a mask, no big deal. We're not going to stop you from cruising. We're going to lower the quarantine time from 10 days to 5 days, but you should not go on a cruise. Very, very bad. So even the Surgeon General came out, the U.S. Surgeon General came out and said, I've never thought I would disagree with something the CDC said before, but they went from 10 days to 5 days. I don't know why they're doing that, whatever. To be honest, I don't think anybody up there really knows what's going on. They're just throwing darts and hoping it sticks. But the good news is cases on the rise. We know that. Plenty of cruise ships that have had outbreaks, and they still haven't stopped cruising. And they really haven't even forced you to wear a mask. I mean, you have to now, but the CDC's not making it happen. And it sounds like more and more ships are continuing to be allowed into more places, which is pretty exciting. So CDC, thank you for the recommendation. I, as an American, say I don't care, and I'm going to cruise anyway. So thanks, but no thanks. And getting into our last piece of news for the day, the Norwegian Joy, the German-built ship that cost $700 million. And did I mention earlier in the video, it has a freaking a go-kart course on the roof. Like, you can drive go-karts on the roof of a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. Look, if you haven't looked it up, the Norwegian Joy is one of only 2 ships on Norwegian from the breakaway class, and it is breaking away from the competition. Now, I know there's other big ships out there, there's other amazing things, but I dare you to top a go-kart track on the roof. Okay, I've seen ropes courses and walls, and there's a roller coaster on a Carnival ship. I mean, there's some really cool stuff, don't get me wrong. But a go-kart track? That's, I mean, for me, that's pretty awesome. I think the roller coaster is cool too, but man, go-kart track is the ultimate. So the Norwegian Joy is going to St. Thomas for the first time. Now, this ship was debuted back in 2017. It was built for China, really, to just, go around China. It was really catered to that region, and they've since moved it. It's actually done some time up in like the Seattle, Alaska area, and has actually come down to the Caribbean now. So this will be the very first time the Norwegian Joy visits St. Thomas. And so that's exciting. St. Thomas is an amazing island. Been there a couple times. I had some friends wreck a moped there. They wrecked their moped into my fiance's moped, which I was in front of. And that's a story for a whole nother time that I'll tell you guys soon. But that was the second time. The first time I went there, there was a beach in St. Thomas. And that beach is called Koki Beach. Koki, it sounds like cookie, but it's C-O-K-I, Koki Beach. And it's the sort of less touristy beach, other than 7 Mile Beach and a few of these other ones. But when you go there, you'll see little milk bones, like dog bones. And I asked the lady that was like bringing us beers, I said, why are there all these dog biscuits everywhere? I don't see any dogs. She goes, oh, let me show you. And so she went out to the water and she shows this area where there was just like a few people crowded around. And you go there and the water, of course, is crystal clear. And these fish are like the most tropical of fish. I mean, they're out of a movie. I mean, these are crazy, super colorful, really, really cool fish that you just don't see over here. And you can just hold up the dog bone and they eat right out of your hand. I mean, it was the coolest thing that I've ever done. So I'm really excited about that. I'll make a whole nother video of that another time. But St. Thomas is super cool. And if you want to go to St. Thomas and feed the fishies at Koki Beach, you can do it on the Norwegian Joy, and on the way, you can ride a go-kart. We're living in the future. I think we're going to have flying cruise ships soon, airplanes with like 7,000 passengers, and I'm here for it. So appreciate you guys coming by. 1 day away from New Year's Eve, 2 days away from 2022. Really excited about the new year and excited about being, out in the world again and traveling and bringing you guys some cool new videos. So if you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. And I will see you guys very soon. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. And as always, I'm going to see you later.